Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I don't suppose I have to announce that I'm not in our studios at the Capital Region International Airport, but on the road. Well, I didn't get quite where I was expecting to at a certain time, but it's because we're fixing the damn roads, and that's going well. Anyway, we do have on tap here Tom Kelly, who's the president and CEO of Automation Alley. Tom, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Chris. How are you? I mean, obviously, your story, you're sitting in your car with your dogs. I would like to be there, actually. I think that's a better place than where I am.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, my dogs are in the back seat and there's no room, Tom, so you can't be here, okay?
There you go. That's great. We'll take it.
Hey, listen, let's remind everybody about the Playbook series that we're talking about.
Yeah, Chris. So this is our Integr8 series. Integr8 was a one-day event. Everybody got together, talked AI, talked robotics, talked all these great things with Industry 4.0. And then we all went away. So this year we changed Integr8 into a series of roundtables. We're doing 11 or 12 of them this year alone. And these roundtables have been spectacular. We're getting views around the country measured in 80, 90, 100,000 views, readers, not impressions. People talk about that's click-through rate to actually read and download the playbook. It's been extraordinary, the success we're having with these roundtables.
Well, so you just released the findings from your fourth roundtable.
That's right.
What did you find?
Well, this roundtable was on artificial intelligence, and I got to tell you, what we found was what we expected, and that is that holy cow, AI is going to change everything. So we knew that going in, but what we got from our members was really how they're going about these changes. And I got to tell you, not a lot of them know. We're in the early innings. We see what's happening with ChatGPT and the ability to answer any kind of question you could possibly have, whether it's consumer or industrial. It knows the whole gamut. And so what we really worked on in this roundtable was how you go about doing that. How do you get started? And we said, start small, understand ChatGPT, ask it questions, learn, get your employees to learn. It's really going to be great.
So one of the things is kind of the difference between AI and machine learning.
Yeah.
You want to comment on that?
Well, people in industry will say like, well, we've been doing machine learning since the 50s, Tom. What are you talking about, right? Machine learning encompasses sort of everything to do with artificial intelligence, getting computers to make predictions about what will happen next versus what the data that you've gotten in. ChatGPT and this generative AI that we're coming into is really about taking that machine learning and now applying it in a way that it can converse with you in a text-based way where it almost seems human. If you've ever interacted with ChatGPT or Bard or some of these other GPT, which is this generative pre-trained transformer, we won't get into the details on that. But if you've conversed with them, it almost seems like you can have a real conversation back and forth. And that's the difference. It's this new AI that they talk about is machine learning for the masses. It's for you and I, Chris. Anybody can use this and become a superstar. That's the difference. Machine learning has been around a long time, but it was for nerds like me, right? And we could do that, but everybody else couldn't do that. So now we're at a point where every human in the world has access to, can learn from, and can use machine learning called ChatGPT and these others.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. You're one tough nerd, buddy.
There's only one guy that's one tough nerd, right?
Yeah,
I defer to him.
So you said manufacturing is simultaneously at maybe its most exciting time and also one of its most daunting times in about 30 years. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, because everything's changing. Like today, we're talking about ChatGPT and AI, Chris, but tomorrow we'll be talking about robotics together and all the changes that are happening there. And last month we talked about 3D printing and additive manufacturing and all the changes that are happening there. So while manufacturing is going through this this industrial revolution, and it's going to be so exciting, and especially exciting for America. If you're in manufacturing, you have to think, wait a minute, why the hell did you change this on me? I've been doing just fine, Tom. Thank you very much. And now you're going to come along and everything I thought I knew about manufacturing is different. Yes, that is what life is, right, Chris? It changes constantly. So I encourage our listeners, people that are in manufacturing, pay attention. It's going to be fun. All you have to do is have a sense of curiosity and a passion for what you do, which I know you do in manufacturing, and you are going to be just fine because the tools are coming to you. It's not like the old days when technology would come in, you say, I don't know what the hell's going on. Technology is getting smarter, which means it's getting easier, and it's pushing down to the smalls. And that's what we want them to take away from our conversation, is that it's available to you, and don't be afraid of it. It's really going to help.
Well, that's a great comment. Don't be intimidated because it'll keep you from the progress you need, right?
100%.
All right. All right, bud. Always good to spend time with you, Tom Kelly, the president and CEO of Automation Alley, and we'll be back to you for the next round in the playbooks. Hey, bud?
You betcha, Chris.
Right.
Thanks for having me again.
All right. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.